Does the CIA have a Facebook page? Oh, I had my pigs in a blanket earlier. It was so delicious. Yeah, the crust was so buttery smooth.
We are the people of Mercury. I am your interplanetary host, Travis Montgomery. These views reflect one planet and one planet alone. Okay, welcome to Mercury's Cast. I am your host, Travis Montgomery. Mercury's Cast number 48. Please make sure to go to the Facebook page and hit that like button. Also, follow us on Twitter, and you can find every episode posted on the latest episode posted on Instagram. Tonight, it is me and two co-hosts, Tim Nguyen. How are you doing tonight? I heard you just had some pigs.
Not bad, not bad. The best.
The best.
The best pigs in a blanket.
So what you do? You got some sausage and wrap some pancakes around it, breakfast for dinner type?
No, it was one of those, those things that you, it's like in a little can, and you kind of like got to twist the can to open. It's like cardboard in the middle.
Oh.
It's like the biscuit kind of thing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
A croissant, yeah. It's like the croissant stuff, but it's just...
Oh. Was it a Pillsbury product?
Yes, absolutely, Pillsbury.
Okay. I see where you're going with that.
It's the only way to do it, man. Once you go Pillsbury, you don't go back.
Right. And then Nabisco
whatever it was before.
In La Mirada over there, I don't know if people know that. That's where they did the expansion of the 91 and the 5 freeway. But I bet if Trump was in office, they wouldn't have moved that plant. Anyways, more to talk about that is Darren. Welcome, co-host Darren Holiday, back to the program. How are you doing on this hellacious evening?
Huh? I'm doing excellent. I'm always doing excellent, man.
Excellent. Well, you wouldn't be doing excellent right now if Hillary Clinton was elected, would you?
Most likely not. I'd be trying to bury my money in the backyard somewhere.
Uh-huh. You'd be getting one of them Yeti coolers.
Have one.
I don't know how that has to relate with burying money, but I'm sure it could. It would keep it nice and... You have a Yeti?
Yep.
Can you really put ice in that shit and then like in 2 days later it'll still be ice?
7 days later, yes.
7 days later.
Jesus, 7 days?
Yeah, that's for people that don't have kids. Because here's why. The deal with those coolers is the longer the lid's open, the more the ice melts. You get in, you get what you need, you shut it. Don't touch it again until you need to get in there.
Well, so you got to train your kids to get the Capri Sun, right, or the bottled water, and then you train them to shut the lid.
No, you put their shit in the $15 igloo.
Bear, okay. There you go.
You put their stuff in the $15 igloo.
Or even better yet, the styrofoam shit that you can get at 7-Eleven for $2.50.
Yeah, there you go.
Those things suck.
Well,
those things absolutely suck.
That's why we reserve shit for kids. We give them the shit that sucks.
Yeah, the trick is if you go out camping or you're going to use them or whatever, you freeze your steaks, you freeze your chicken, you freeze your whatever stuff, so that also acts as ice on top of the ice you have in there.
Huh. So have you done this recently? Have you gone on a camping trip where you have used this?
All the time. All the time, every time. Well, not all the time. If I go out for day trips, 2-day trips, sometimes I don't bring it, but if I go out for a good long weekend, for sure.
How much did that Yeti run you?
What's that?
How much did it cost?
The Yeti I got was about $350.
But well worth it,
Damn.
right?
Oh yeah. So it's one cooler. You won't have to buy another cooler for years if you treat it right.
What if it falls off the back of your truck and you're going down the highway? Is it going to be safe or is it going to be ruined?
Depends on what's in it and if somebody hits it.
That's true.
I bet if somebody hit it, it would probably just bounce and go rolling down the highway, and hopefully, as long as the lid stayed shut, it'd probably be all right.
Probably total the car.
Yeah.
A little bit.
It would slide and look all funky and scratched up and stuff, but I mean, it would eventually stop as long as it doesn't take too big of a impact when the lid flies open. You're good, because if the lid flies open, that means the lid's going to break off. If it stays shut, it's just going to roll and tumble and be all right.
I bet if you did a torture test, Yeti would send you a new one.
Probably.
But if you got to put it on YouTube, though.
Yeah, I'd have to put
Yeah.
to like demo their product or something.
But you can do that. You got a fancy ass camera, don't you? What kind of camera do you have that where you take all those fancy pictures?
I have a Canon Rebel series. It's a DSLR, but most of the craziness comes from the software I use. I mean, I do a little bit of touching up where I brighten up colors and things pop more than what they actually, Yeah.
So it's some Photoshop magic.
No Photoshop. Photoshop is a actual full-on editing software where you can cut people's heads off and put them on something else or cut things out. I can't do any of that stuff. I just what I do is I shoot in RAW format. Most people shoot in JPEG because it takes the picture, the camera finishes it. I shoot in RAW, which is actually a big data file, so it's like 10 times the size of a regular photo. Put it in my software, and I have ability to let's say manipulate the colors more. Like say you got a green thing, like what's on my hat right here. I can change the color of that green, the different fades, make it brighter. I do all kinds of stuff with highlights and.
You don't strike me as a Snapchat filter kind of guy. Is what I'm getting at.
Oh no, ain't no Snapchat filter going on with that shit. I do my own.
Right on.
I like neither did what I, but me going out and doing all the Jeep and stuff and getting back in places where a lot of people can't get to sets me up for a good place to take a lot of awesome photos.
Yeah, I agree.
So.
Yep. Sometimes going on a drive out here, I find myself in the same way, and I like to do those panos. You know, where it's kind of like.
Panorama, yeah.
You look side to side and see what's going on, because the sunsets out here are pretty amazing, especially when you don't have a bunch of buildings and apartments and shit like that blocking them.
Right,
it's pretty nice.
Sure.
And another thing to add to that is all the pollution in the air that creates the fucking sun waves, different color and all that. But anyways, Tim, you were the last one. And you're the last one on, and good to talk to you again. Anything happened since the last time we talked?
I'm actually just looking for a new job right now. I'm I hate my job pretty much.
But don't we all, though? Isn't it kind of American to hate your job a little bit?
You don't have any.
Yeah, but I hate it terribly.
You don't have any coworkers on your Facebook feed, do
you? Well, none that would
kind of incriminating yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anybody that would be on my Facebook feed probably hates the area too.
All right.
So.
Well, we hate them just as much. How about that?
Good. Yeah, I'm kind of like at the crossroads of my life where I want to find a job where I'm actually happy and excited about the product,
What is your industry?
I work in medical imaging.
Huh.
We're kind of like the used car dealership of medical devices.
Medical imaging?
Yeah, like ultrasound.
Oh, I thought you were like taking pictures of herpes or something.
That would be actually pretty exciting.
Go check this one out.
Well, that's crazy because I just had some medical imaging done on my foot.
Or like an MRI?
No, it was just some x-rays. Actually, on Monday I had them done too because I've had this pain in my foot. And finally, it was pretty bad last week. Saturday we wake up, we have plans. I'm like, fuck this. I'm not going to let it ruin my plans for our Saturday plans. Sunday, same thing. Fuck that. Get up. Let's go. And Monday I wake up and it's like, now I can't go to work because my foot's too fucked up. So there's something wrong. We got to go get this checked out. And I don't really, I had healthcare coverage, but I was one of the ones that dodged it forever. So now we barely have Medi-Cal. Only because I didn't qualify last year because I was getting paid under the table a little bit. Other than that, I would have been kind of fucked. I guess that's another whole nother thing to talk about. But I just barely got my Medi-Cal because I barely qualified. So I march up there and get checked in actually pretty fast. You got to go to the ER in the better side of town. You don't want to go to the ER in the hood. Not that I live in the hood, but I drove like way across town to go to the better ER, just because that is the smart thing to do in this kind of situation. So, and I got checked in pretty quick. Immediately, they're like, "Have you ever had gout before?" I'm like, "Fuck," and then I'm like, "Nope, no, I don't." So they do my vitals, whatever, and then the doctor comes back. And he looks at my foot and he's like, "Do you eat red meat and drink alcohol?" I'm like, "God, what the fuck?" I'm like, that was the first thing he said to me.
Yep.
I was like, he's like, "Well, do you have a history of gout in your family?" I'm like, "I don't know." Fucking kind of question is that? He's like, "Do you eat red meat and drink alcohol?" And I'm like, "Well, duh."
It's like 90% of your diet.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, I drink a lot of water too, but apparently not enough. So they take blood, and then I have high uric acid levels, which pretty much leads to gout, which is very painful. And I think I was at the height of my attack while I was at the hospital. And so it's like you get home and you start looking it up, and it's something that now that I'm kind of stuck with. It's not like it goes away.
It'll come back on you.
It's going to flare up every now and then, which is like, it's pretty painful. It's not, I don't know. I think mouth pain is kind of worse just because there's nothing you can do about it, but it's pretty fucking painful.
Yeah, my brother had it in his knee, still has it, but there was days where he was like, he couldn't even move, and he's pretty much like a man's man. Well, whatever, I got a stick in my thigh, I don't care, I'm still going.
Yeah,
that gout put him down, like it was like but basically same thing. Red meats, beer.
Yeah,
the yeast and all that stuff in the beer doesn't go well with it, and he's been dealing with it for quite a few years now. Now after he's figured out what specific foods make it act up, and he's got a little bit of medication he takes for it. But
Tim, if you could take it away when you hit
it. He's got it pretty well figured out now to where he knows his limits, and okay, he can, all right, I'm gonna have a beer tonight, or I'm gonna have a couple beers tonight and be all right, versus, or I can eat this, something to do with peanuts, and weird things do different things to his gout, but he's got it pretty well figured out to where he doesn't have any more problems with it, rarely, and he can kind of feel it like, you can feel a little bit where he's like, okay, I've had too much meat this week. I need to switch to whatever, I don't know, chicken.
Yeah.
But after having it for a few years, he's figured out how his body reacts to certain things, and he's all good. He just has to watch what he does. And if he does do things, he can cheat, but he can't cheat too much.
So is it one of those things where you have it forever, basically? You just got to, like, maintain it?
Yep.
It's like changing oil in your car.
Shit.
Wait, Tim, are you in the Batmobile, the Batman Slayer, or
no? I'm in the kitchen. I'm filling up my dog's water.
Those are panels above. I thought those were LED panels. They're not. Those have tubes above them. Anyways,
they're not advanced.
It's like you're kind of stuck with it, and it's a diet change, and Old English probably is not the best idea anymore. The malt.
So how's it feel? I mean, have you cut out alcohol completely, or are you just...
No. Still a couple beers. But, I mean, it was like, it was definitely getting to a point where I was drinking way too much beer and not drinking enough water. And I think a lot of the key to it is to drink a lot of water. especially during an attack. So I don't know. It's like like Darren said, I'm gonna have to figure out what I can and can't do. I mean, definitely can't have carne asada burrito at lunch every day and then go home and drink Old English. That's not going to work.
OD.
Well, yeah, it's kind of been my drink. Me and my brother, talk about brothers. I don't know. It's just kind of been a thing that we held on to since fucking 2004 or something when we were young.
Yeah, I don't know too much about his diet or any of that stuff. I don't talk about that crap. But after a couple of years, he's got it dialed in. You eat some of this. Okay, now it's time to switch it up to chicken, or now it's time to switch it up to this. Because if I don't, it's going to hurt.
Yeah, your foot is literally to the fire. Right?
Yeah. Yep.
And it's one of these it's kind of an old man disease too, where I'm thinking like, God damn, like why am I? It brings a lot of stuff into perspective about everything, the old man disease. Now I got to start watching what I fucking eat and drink. And, it's just kind of, it's just brought on it's like that I'm 33. I shouldn't be thinking about this kind of shit, but apparently, that's just my course. And it doesn't go without saying that I have been kind of pushing the limit on a lot of stuff with eating and drinking. I mean, so it's kind of bound to catch up to me eventually, I guess.
Well, being 30, it's time to think about that because you got to realize in like 10 years, maybe a little less, you're going to be seeing the proctologist to have an exam. So,
ooh, can't wait.
Oh, hashtag can't wait.
Yeah,
that's one of the biggest things I dread too.
I know we are at that age, right? You start having kids and you start thinking about their life and what they're going to amount to be. And everyone's having kids and now we're in our middle ages now and people are overweight and people are getting gout. I mean, Jesus Christ.
So it's almost like it's life or something.
Yeah. Like what the hell is that supposed to mean? Life. Thanks a lot of life.
You're no longer no longer the invisible.
Sons of bitches. But anyways, Tim, you're a healthy dude.
I try to be. Yeah, you know what? Honestly, like I'm seeing all my friends from like the same graduating class, and people seem to look a lot older than me.
Yeah. Especially me. Just kidding. No, it's not all about me.
I think it's just the beard.
It's kind of like where, we're at the age where we've had a couple of our peers die now due to random shit. Not like it didn't happen before, but
yeah.
It is, they say the furthest away you get from God in your middle ages is the less that you think about him. But now maybe we're climbing over that hill where we need to start thinking about some other shit. And I always think about it because I can't help but this is it's a crazy, like I have a fucking lifelong disease now. It's just a crazy thought to me.
Yeah, as long as you maintain it well, it's going to be all right, there's other people that have it too, and they're getting by just changing their lifestyle a little bit,
Tim, you know how I am with rules, all right? Not very good.
Yeah, but like you said, when your feet are on the fire, literally, you're gonna have to make those changes.
I know, right? Let's see. I had like a crazy last week. Like it was legitimately like I was doing some crazy shit. So let's hope like it was just that one thing, and then I can kind of recover from it. And then maybe.
Yeah, you said to get the food.
Yeah, did you get me something?
No.
All right.
Oh, damn. She didn't get you nothing?
No, dude, I got denied, huh?
Don't worry, he'll figure something out. He's a prepper.
Yeah, now she's pulling. Yeah, she just messed with me. Now she's pulling a big ass bag out of food.
You said it's yours.
Pastrami? I'm guessing pastrami.
I don't know. What'd you get?
Bacon cheeseburger.
Rubio's. It was like a crispy shrimp taco or burrito. It's
Damn, we were completely off.
Apparently, Rubio's. That's a good change.
Yeah,
I've been Rubio's
yeah.
in a long time. I'll
So
be in a
that's
second,
one,
babe. Doors unlocked.
one thing I gotta avoid is like them fucking burritos. You know, who wants to avoid a burrito?
Yeah, man, I would love myself a California burrito at least once every 2 weeks.
Right? From Alberto's?
Oh man,
Which one do you go to?
Albert Tacos. You know, there was
same thing. So you know what I'm talking about.
There's an Alberto's over there on Moody and Lincoln. Just got robbed.
That's
at
the
gunpoint
one to go to. That is the exact one to go to.
That one actually got robbed at gunpoint the other night, like at 1 a.m.
Because it was so delicious.
Wait, what one?
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Moody and Lincoln, where the old Jack in the Box used to be, like across the street from IHOP.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah, I
moved
know
right
that
down
one
the
is.
street.
Yeah, they got robbed at gunpoint the other night.
What?
1 o'clock in the morning is a good time to hit.
Yeah, the thing is, like places like that, they should only have their drive-through open that late. You know, I mean, I think all that happened was it came in and they just robbed all the employees, took the cash out of the register, took their wallets and phones and stuff.
Well, yeah, that's 1 o'clock's a good time to hit though, because that's when all the drunkards have been filling up in there, and they've got their dinner rush in there and all that stuff sitting in the safe or whatever they got.
Yeah,
And all the methods are trying to score some more dope.
yeah, but
that's
that's really uncommon for Cyprus. So it kind of just shows you how the way of the world's going right now.
There's been gun robberies in Cyprus before. It's not like it's fucking tootin' uncommon.
Top 47.
Damn, fucking early releases.
Yep.
Fuck you, Jerry Brown.
Yep.
Well, we don't. Hey, come on, guys. We don't know if that is the exact cause of the crime.
Yeah, let's not jump to conclusions. And it was an early release.
Was it?
I don't know. It probably was.
The cop that got shot in fucking Whittier was.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get a friend of that guy on the program. The friend of the actual officer that it happened to. I think he's going to come on, but he's really upset still. So, time. Yeah, he actually served.
Pug wants to join real quick.
What's that? Oh, hi, buddy.
It's actually half a pug.
Oh, it's a schmug, right? Or what is it?
Yeah, look at the nose. It's a chihuahua.
It's a chug.
It's a chug. Oh yeah, that's right. It's
Schwug.
National Puppies Day, I think. Or Dog Day or whatever.
You guys want one? Because I got one. You guys want it? You guys want
You got a spare dog?
my Jack Chi? Have Jack Russell, have Chihuahua.
What in the world
Yeah.
does that look like?
I want to trade her for a better rescue because she is like. Maybe I just want a cat next time because, I mean, a dog is just sitting there looking at you all day long, like fucking do something for me, do something for me, feed me, walk me, throw the fucking toy, and a cat's just like fuck you, nigga. I got my own shit over here, and I'm gonna go and do my own shit over here, and if we happen to cross paths, then fine. But I have my own path. I'm creating my own path over here, and fuck you.
Yeah, they're
And
pretty
maybe
independent.
if I want to be fed, then I'm gonna hit you up. But cats are stubborn little bitches in that aspect too. Is that they won't do what the fuck you want them to do sometimes.
They're kind of assholes too. My one
that
cat,
becomes
he's always weaving around my legs every time I go up and down the stairs. I'm pretty sure, I feel like he's secretly trying to get me to fall down the stairs.
They are onto you. They're gonna attack. One of these days, you're gonna wake up from a nap in the afternoon and just be like, "I'm clawing some bitch tonight. I'm gonna claw somebody." And you walk by me without noticing me, and your ass is getting clawed. And the Achilles tendon. Thank you very much. Here's some ketchup for your fries.
I like cats.
You don't strike me as a cat guy, Darren. I don't know why. I can't put my finger on it.
Yeah, I
You just
don't see
strike
Darren
me as
owning a cat.
No. Can't read them. You never know when they're going to jump on your face and claw out your eyes.
And here's a crazy fact about cats. A lot of people don't know is that if you die in the house and you don't feed your cat will start to eat you as food. Its primal instincts will kick in after about 3 days. Go ahead and look it up. I'm not lying.
Well, I believe
They
it.
will start to eat you.
Would a dog do that too?
No. Your dog will lay there by you, and probably as long as it takes for whatever to happen. But a cat will be like, fuck you. I'm going to start by eating your face. And they will eat your face.
Yeah, cats are, well, dogs are predatory also, but the cats are, their instincts aren't bred out of them as far as dogs, where they're domesticated as much.
Right.
So they have that more of the survival mode in them than, say, dogs do.
And I think that's because we started domesticating dogs a long time ago compared to cats. Like,
I heard a cat can last about a month without any food or any water.
well, given to them or not, or just finding it on their own.
Well, I think I've heard of people them being locked up in a house. I mean, I'm sure they could drink from the toilet or something, but as far as food, I mean, if there's no food out, they can't really Yeah, I mean,
I really wanted a pug.
yeah, pugs are pretty badass, man.
I
love
got
my
stuck
pug.
with a fucking jack cheat.
Well, gotta love what you got, man.
No, I thought it's like love the one you're with.
Honestly, my pug's a diva, though.
What?
It's 100% a diva.
She's single?
Yeah.
Hate that. What is Darren breaking out of that bag?
I don't know, some kind of burrito.
Damn, that thing is
Some
fucking
kind of shrimp
huge.
burrito. I'm going to try and make my gout work.
Stupid gout foot. It's a new name for it. It's my stupid gout foot. I cuss at it. We have conversations. That's besides the point. Anyways. So Tim, since Darren has a mouthful right now, in the past week, there's been a lot of shit that's gone on. Maybe more closely on the world scale would be the London attacks.
Yeah, I was going to say. Let's jump right into that.
Have you? Has the guy been identified as a Sharia law type dude?
Yeah, he was previously investigated for extremism.
Oh my God! And he slipped through the cracks again. Jesus Christ!
He's actually a native of England, though. But I mean,
So it's what you would call the homegrown type of cell.
Yeah, homegrown. And the thing is, like, when I first heard about it, I mean, the first thing I heard about it was from CNN, and they called it a firearms incident. And the fucking guy, all he did, he drove a car into a couple people, or quite a few people, then got out and started stabbing people. And pretty much the only time the firearm was actually involved was when the armed police showed up and shot him. So there was one of the police officers that actually got killed, and it was an unarmed police officer, which I find absolutely ridiculous. I mean, how can a police officer do his job without being armed? Unbelievable. And the second thing from CNN, they identified him as an Asian guy. Now that's offensive. That's fucking offensive.
All right.
So
yeah, to you, but I mean, granted, there are dark-skinned people that live in Asia. But
that's true.
That's CNN's narrative is how they want to try and spin it.
Yeah, there's certain countries though too that are Asian and pretty predominantly Muslim too. I believe Malaysia.
Fuck yeah, Indonesia.
Another one too. Yeah, there you go. So I guess that's not too far off base, but I mean when you see his picture, I mean the dude doesn't look Asian at all.
No,
doesn't look Asian whatsoever.
Looks like he's from Islamabad.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, of course.
Thanks for the catch up on that.
Out.
I think that was a good general report by you, Tim. So
the guy had a rap sheet going back about 20 years. He's been on the radar. He's been under suspicion. He's been followed by the MI5, which is the British version of our FBI. He was under their radar and investigated and all that stuff. And they for violence, he's had gun charges, weapons charges, and stuff like that in the past. And they were onto him for radicalization websites and all this stuff. And yeah,
pretty much could have seen it coming.
It could have been prevented.
Well, it's Europe. They have all these rules where you can't judge people or whatever, or can't do certain things, which is what's happening here in the United States, and they can't protect themselves, and it's starting to roll its way in here.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, even Canada is trying to make Islamophobia a crime.
We got a vote on that today, actually. I don't know what happened with it, but that's stupid.
That is fucking outrageous.
You know what it is? Attack on free speech. You don't like somebody, you can't say that. So we're just going to shut you up.
Right.
Yep.
But let's focus a little bit more now on the London attacks. So England is famous for taking away all the guns, right? Not even the cops have guns, right?
Yep. That's why that cop's dead.
So now you have a situation where you have someone with a knife and a car. So you take away the guns. You have someone who kills somebody via automobile and then hops out and starts killing people more people via knife. What good did the ban on guns do here? And I mean, granted, if that guy had a crazy assault rifle, he probably would have did a lot more damage than he did do. But
yeah, I mean, that's the objective side of it. Yeah.
He had previous weapons charges, so he can no longer have a weapon or whatever their laws are over there. He was on the radar for that, for weapon smuggling, weapon possession, whatever. So that pretty much banned him from if he could purchase a weapon legally. And what you have now is a crazy guy that couldn't have a gun, found his way around getting a gun, and used a car and knives.
Correct. Right.
Somebody wants to kill somebody, they're going to kill somebody. It's just the way it is.
Crazy. You cannot stop crazy.
Yep. You can't legislate evil, you know?
Nope.
And you know,
not going to happen.
London and France, we've seen in the past couple of weeks, if people are paying attention, and maybe more people need to pay attention before just reposting some fucking shit they saw on Occupy Democrats. I mean, pay attention to what's going on. Open your mind up a little bit. People like to stay stuck in their Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shell, with their clan of turtles that are hiding in their own shells, and they don't understand. They don't pay attention to what's going on in the rest of the world. I feel the same way about some of the crazy right publications who do things that I don't agree with, and it's up to us as individuals to create our own set of beliefs and not just follow one person that you hear on the radio or one publication. But anyways, Europe has a Muslim problem right now, and it may sound bigoted to say that, but they have a problem with the people that are letting into their country right now, especially in France, London, and Germany, and Sweden. And, I mean, the list goes on and on and on. It's not like we are picking these people out to be targeted. These are actually stories that are going down and stuff that's going on. If you're paying attention, you realize that. And America, granted, there is a vetting process that happens, and I think it only happens on one side of the country, that there's not that much vetting that goes on here as soon as they get here, because a lot of people appear with no papers and no recognition whatsoever. So how the fuck do we know? So we're just going off of whatever the country where they send them. And I mean, this obviously has to tie in the conversation with the travel ban, which a lot of people don't realize has not even been. It's not even been like, or maybe I'm wrong. So it hasn't even really been passed. So has it been enforced? I think it's been enforced in some circumstances, but not to the fullest extent where those people are not coming through. It hasn't been passed. It hasn't been enforced, right?
It was signed. It was gone through. Not once, but twice. And then there was a Ninth Circuit judge out of Hawaii and said it didn't like it, so he's going to put a hold on it, and that's where we're at.
Right, so it's not in effect. So when people talk about Trump's travel ban, or they like to say his Muslim ban, it's really not in effect yet.
Correct. It's not even a Muslim ban. That's like how he was referring to CNN earlier about how the whole gun attack. It's not a Muslim ban. It's a
terrorist ban.
Well, it's not even that. It's if it's a Muslim ban, okay, so he's restricting travel from these 6 Muslim countries. Explain to me how the other 40 countries of Muslim dominance are still allowed to travel here. It's not a Muslim ban.
Yeah, it's more about the countries where a lot of the terrorist activity is going on.
Right.
Pretty much all the countries
the dangerous places
Obama was bombing.
It's the hotbeds, the dangerous places. I mean, these people have vowed publicly that they're going to infiltrate the refugee system.
Yep. ISIS.
It's not a race thing at all, man.
Taliban, they've all said that they view this as a weakness in our guard. Not all of them, but
absolutely, it is a weakness.
They said that, yeah, it's a weakness. It's in our armor, and they're going to try and infiltrate it as best as they can.
Think about this. We are the United States of America, the most diverse country this world has ever seen, and people bitch about it. Talk about, oh, how mean we are, and this, that, and that. We're not letting people in. Are you kidding me? We have so much diversity here. We got an Asian guy, me, you, and, we're all talking right now, doing our thing, man. There ain't no race thing going on here. It's It's a fear thing. They're using it to the advantage of the people. They're I don't know how to explain it, man.
They use it to the advantage of legislation.
We can't even defend ourselves, man. And these people don't really think that we're defending white people. Bullshit, man. We're defending everybody. We're defending the Hispanics. We're defending the other peaceful Muslims that are already here that we know are good or whatever, and they go pray to Mecca every 15 minutes or whatever's going on in their back room in their house and just do their thing. It's Asians, whoever comes in here, American citizens. We're protecting all of them, and we're so diverse. And people, oh, you're just talking about white people. Bullshit. That's a freaking cop-out, man. You're using that and you're playing the freaking emotional fiddle to the weak.
Yeah, they say you got these you got the peaceful Muslims. You know what the radical Muslims like to do to peaceful Muslims? They kill them too.
They do the same thing.
They don't give a fuck.
They torture them, rape them, stone them to death, all that crap. You speak out against what they believe in, you're freaking in deep shit. That's wrong. And we're going to let them in. Yeah, here, just open the door. Come on in, guys. Get the fuck out of here.
But even if it's so like if we're gonna let them in, why them, and why not poor people from Africa, or poor people from Argentina, or poor people from Russia, or the Ukraine? Like why do they tug on our heartstrings? There's other people in war torn places in the world that could use some help. Why are we zeroing down on these Muslim refugees? Is it because we created this conflict by fucking drone bombing them and shit like that?
No, it's because their religion, the deep-seated radical part, will kill any infidel to their belief. That's who they are. That's what they do. If You speak out. They don't care who you are, what color you are, where you're from. If you do not pray to Allah or whatever or believe in their belief system, they will kill you.
Yeah, ultimately they want Sharia law everywhere. That's their ultimate goal.
There's a lot of most of them don't.
Well, we're talking about the extreme ones.
We're talking about the extreme ones.
Yes, the extreme ones. That's what they want.
Yeah, they don't want any free speech. They don't want any religion of freedom of religion. They don't want to be next to Jews. They don't want to be next to Christians. They don't want to be next to Catholics, Buddhists, monks, whatever the Eskimos worship. I don't know, a freaking doing a rain dance to some shaman. I don't know, whatever they do.
The snowman.
Right, whatever. Because it's not their God, they will kill them. It's not right, man, and that's not good to our diverse country of letting people in and doing our thing of all different walks of life, which is what we stand for, and we can't protect them from a certain branch of people that are trying to kill everybody else. That's a bunch of shit.
So, Darren, anything else that you think that needs to be pointed out about the London attack? Either the attacker, or, I mean, that's almost like a 9/11-esque attack where they made to the government building. Like they did some damage to a government building.
Literally right in front of Parliament.
Okay, here, check this out. Here's one thing that needs to be pointed out that would be put in common, because most people just see it on the news and they don't think about what's really happened. Oh, a terrorist attack here, a terrorist attack there. Oh, it happened. Okay, what's one of the biggest problems Europe has right now? It's immigration, right?
Yeah, open border policy.
Where are most of these radical Islamic attacks occurring?
Big cities.
Europe. Most of them are in Europe.
Big cities.
You can't go a week without seeing something. Big cities in Europe.
Yep.
It's happening all the time over there. Yeah, we get some here and there. That's because we're becoming intolerant. We're not nearly like Europe is with their open border policy. They've been trying to get there, but man,
we're also not as close. We're divided by a huge ocean.
Right, and they don't have the means to get that far. But they're trying. They're working their way. They are moving. They are on the march. They are moving, and they're working their way into Western civilization, Europe. And you can't go a day, maybe 2 days, without reading a story of somebody doing something like that in Europe, and it's Muslim.
A rape or a murder, especially the rape. The rape culture tends to rub me the wrong way. If these stories are true, like in Sweden this week.
Oh, they're absolutely true.
And then it becomes a game of numbers. So you have your one wife walking down the street in the market, doing whatever, just doing wifely stuff. And now she's surrounded by 10 Muslims. What the fuck can she do? She can't do anything.
Nothing.
It's a rape culture. And and somehow in their brain they've twisted their Quran or whatever their belief is that they're justified in raping this woman and that it is their duty to do so. This is scary stuff. And I'm not making this up out of the top of my head. It's not a horror film. This is actually real life. It's not a fairy tale.
I don't think there's much twisting to the Quran or whatever. I mean, have you actually read verses out of the Quran word for word, verbatim, and what they say?
No, I've been meaning to, but I have not.
It is. I haven't read the whole damn thing because I can't stand it. But they're talking about cutting people's heads off, smiting thy enemy, anybody that speaks out against thy law, cut them off with the hands and the feet, and all this crazy stuff you see in there, and they're talking about, they're just misinterpreting it. What do you mean they're misinterpreting it? It says it right there in the book. People have their different beliefs about, Christianity, this, that, and the other, but they don't run around talking about cutting people's heads off if they don't agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, they're not throwing rocks at people on Sunday for working,
Dude,
I mean, that's...
Look up, here, matter of fact...
Not really a thing. I mean, that's one of their favorite arguments that, Christians are just as violent. I mean...
you know what? That fucking
I don't think so.
That irks me. I'm like, well, show me an article on when's the last time a Christian threw somebody off a roof for being gay, or somebody
right, exactly.
Somebody buried their wife up to their neck in dirt and threw the first stone to stone her to death by throwing rocks at her fucking head until she's dead.
Yeah, no, they always come back. The liberals are always coming back at you. Ooh, what about the white domestic terrorists like that? What was that, Adam Roof or McVeigh or whatever? And it's like, okay, so you got a nut that went out and did his thing. Did he go in there and says, "I'm going to do this for Jesus"? And start shooting? No, never. You never hear that.
He doesn't come out saying Jesus is great. Issue.
The Bible does not interpret things that way to where it doesn't. It's not spoken that way to where it can be misinterpreted. The Bible teaches all about love. I mean, I'm not even a big damn Christian dude, but it's all about love and friendliness and love thy neighbor and thou shalt not steal, all that good stuff. And you can't interpret the Bible into violence. But if you look at these verses of the Quran,
yeah, it's literal.
Just going through and reading it, it's like, holy crap, dude. I mean, they're talking about, oh, well, we just don't understand it. I'm reading it verbatim. What does cut his head off mean? It means cut his fucking head off.
The infidels. Cut the fucking head off.
Yeah. Like, you don't want to cross that shit in the Bible or whatever the Buddhists read or the Hindu or the Sheiks. You know, they don't have that stuff. The Hindus are like really spiritual people, like freaking meditators, and everybody loves everybody. And that's the other thing is, man, they get confused and they really get the shit into the stick on that, man, because they're really good people. I got son that live across the street from me. The son's a whack job, but his parents are cool as hell. Like, they're super nice. And
the head turban is not a sign of Muslim.
Right. That's the head turban sheik, I believe.
Yeah, the sheiks are actually really, really good people.
Yeah,
for sure.
They're cool, man. All the time, no matter what. They're always cool.
Yep.
They do get fucked with a lot, though, by the extreme conservatives.
Yeah, they just like to mock them or whatever, and that's not cool either. Hey, America we are a nation of immigrants, but of legal immigration, not illegal immigration. That's what's built.
Right. From people who immigrated here legally. Yes. Okay. Gotcha. Whatever.
Okay.
Same thing.
So this has been episode 48. We talked about some life stuff. We talked about the London attack. And be sure to go to Facebook and hit the like button. We can use a little more support. And Mercury's Cast on Twitter. And anybody else have any final words to say tonight?
God bless infidels.
God bless infidels.
I'm an infidel. Hey, you know what? As a matter of fact, check that out.
Infidel. Oh, come and try and burn this one, bitch.
Yeah, buddy. Look what I got in my backpack every day.
It's on the back of my trailer.
Nice.
You see my trailer? I don't know if I can get a picture.